about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the stress for days for learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arm that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out. Let's go and educate on the backside. Folk that act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my brother. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
All right, y'all, man. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast show. Happy Tuesday, everybody. A cold, chilly Tuesday. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleashed. I'm glad to have you guys here. Right now, I am with a very good friend of mine that is like a brother. So, take out this time to roll out the red carpet, and the floor is yours.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Tuesdays is our favorite day, right? Because it is the Nashville Caveman podcast. So let's just start out with the elephant in the room. Yes, I can't believe for the fifth straight week in a row, the Denver Broncos is the number one team in the AFC West. Do you know, and Damo, I didn't know this, because the first year Patrick Mahomes got here, he was not the starter. I think it was Alex Smith. Then that second year, his sophomore year, he started. Ever since he started, he's been in the AFC Championship. 7 straight years he's been in. He don't know nothing else but the AFC Championship. So for this year, for Denver to say for at least for 5 weeks that we held that number one spot or tied with somebody, I think one of the 2 weeks we might have been tied with the Chargers. That is amazing. So shout out to the Broncos and give a shout out to the Colts, man. They are doing an excellent job. You know.
Let me tell you something else I learned over the weekend, Sky.
What's that?
Do you know that Josh Allen in regular season games is 5-1 against Patrick Mahomes?
And that's crazy. That's regular season. Why can't he do that in the playoffs? What is going on when they get to the playoffs? I have no clue, right?
It is the weirdest thing, man.
It is, man. It is. Some things you just can't comprehend. Like in the season, you good, but then when it gets to the playoffs, well, maybe by the time it gets to the playoffs, you have a lot of injuries. People are tired, fatigued. You know, it's a lot of variables. But yeah, so we just want to do a shout out to the Colts and the Broncos. But y'all don't forget tonight, the D-Bling Radio Show. Again, we have new music from Dr. Carver, George Yancey on Facebook. His new music will be playing tonight. And then on Thursdays, Elite One Radio Show. His new music will be played on there. So if you are an artist that needs radio play, please send it to me at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com so I can get you in rotation, you know. And
we look for artists here too.
Absolutely.
Play their music and music videos on the show, man. We love to promote indie artists.
we're giving people an avenue. They just got to step up, right? Shouts out to everybody in Arkansas that came to see me wrestle down there in Corning, Arkansas. Sorry, y'all, it's been a long day. And shouts out to everybody this Saturday. RCW, Redneck Championship Wrestling, your World Heavyweight Champion. You see the belt in the back. Your World Heavyweight Champion will be there, finding out who's my first opponent, who's my first title defense. You don't want to miss it. So if you in Sims, Albion, Crossville, any of Enfield, any of those, Wayne City, I've been to all those cities. If you in any of those cities, come to Sims, Illinois this Saturday for RCW Championship Wrestling. And, last but not least, Mr. Damo, so what are we going to do this year about the awards? Are we going to just skip a year or not have anything?
We're going to end up skipping this year.
Okay.
I told everybody, man, I am not chasing artists, man.
I don't blame you.
And speaking of, it may explain one of the stories that we're going to talk about of why hip-hop is in the state that it's in.
Gotcha.
So, because it's kind of aligns with that, man. I just think, man, a lot of these hip-hop artists, they think talent is enough, and it's not. And at the end of the day, I just think a lot of these artists are lazy, dude.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them don't make it. It has nothing to do with talent.
Right.
It has to do with absolute laziness. You know what I'm saying? And putting in work, it's not just going to the studio, recording, and putting the song out. No. Mm-hmm. You have to live, eat, and sleep that if you're going to do it. And if you're not going to do it serious, then you need to take on another craft. I'm just saying.
That's right. It's like children, making a song is the easy part, right? Once you get the song and the album together, then you have to raise it. So making the babies are easy, but they have to raise the child. That's the hard part, yeah. And
that's the part that people don't understand, man. They lose that part. You said it right. I think that's the perfect analogy.
Absolutely.
It's easy to make the baby. It's hard to raise the baby. Only real ones are built to raise the baby.
That's right. That is right. And so, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yep, you're right. Y'all, we got a whole lot to talk about today. So I don't know if y'all heard that the Trump administration, because I didn't get to this before the show, because usually before the show, a lot of times if I don't post it, I like to at least let Sky know what we're going to be talking about today. So a judge has ordered the Trump administration to at least release some of the snap, that they were saving. So they got to release some of them funds. So people aren't going to get 100%, but they may get at least 50%. So
well,
we going to talk about that.
Hey, did you hear about the post I just read today?
I've seen that. I just seen that.
About
Trump saying, man, we're not doing nothing until they come together.
Well, no. It's another one that said that he's going to use $730 million of the money he made off the tariffs to help with that. Did you read that? Did you hear about that? All the money he's made from raising the tariffs, he's going to take $730 million of that money, add it to the $4.5 billion that's in the contingency fund, and add it to that. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That just came across my phone.
That would be brilliant. But that's going to be a very good conversation when we get to it. You know what I'm saying? Because some things and some things I believe that's going to happen, I'm going to talk about, and then we're going to wait and see. All right? We also going to be talking about the truck that flipped over. It was a truck carrying 20 to 21 monkeys. And these monkeys was infected with hepatitis, with COVID, and with herpes.
Right.
And they got all but about 6 of them last I heard. We're going to be talking about that. And then we're going to be talking about an old story that me and Stein was talking about. Man, was this last year? It was with the brick lady. The lady that had the swollen face. And she said that some dude hit her in the face with a brick. And all these black dudes stood around and didn't do anything. Well, they have found that woman
Mm.
She is guilty. She got to do, I know one of the things is calling for her to do 10 years of extreme probation, of house probation. And then she got to do, I think, 90 days in jail. 60 to 90 days. So we're going to be talking about that. And we're going to be talking about that for the first time in 35 years, there's not one hip-hop song on the top 40 Billboard chart. Not one. So we're going to talk about that. And last but not least, man, on Nightcap, Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp had a very, very deep conversation. And I was like, man, what they're talking about, I know I can relate to it, and I know, Scott, you can relate to this, right? And I think this is very important, especially when you're trying to put together a team that, you know, well, you're trying to team up with somebody, and y'all got somewhere y'all trying to go. Right. And this is of vital importance. Who is on your team is everything, dude. It is everything. So that's what we got on deck for y'all today. I know I'm going to take this time to shout out everybody that's on my Vigo. That's what I was fitting on around, man. My phone stand, I need a new phone stand, man. I don't know what the hell going on with it. But shout out to everybody on my Vigo.
How you doing?
On YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Sky, what platforms are you connected to right now?
Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
So everybody on Instagram, on Sky's YouTube and Facebook, man, we work with you guys. Please chat with us, man. We love interacting with the people in the chat. I also want to take this time to tell you guys, y'all can do us a huge favor by sharing the live. Share the live, man. That is how you guys help us grow. We appreciate it. But y'all know how we do. When we get into these topics, we love to talk. We love to spend indie artists. But before I even do that, man, did you guys, I'm going to get into this, guys, because Halloween was this past Friday. So did you guys do anything for Halloween, or you just kind of, it's just another day for y'all?
I did the best thing I could do. I kept my light off so nobody would knock on my door. I even turned the back porch light off so they wouldn't come to the back door like a drug deal. No.
Man, well, I ended up having to work, but I did dress up, you know, in my annual costume, you know, which is a pimp named Sweet Tooth. You know what I'm saying? It was fitting for Halloween because, you know, I got them sweets. So, you know, Sweet Tooth was out there with them suckers. You know what I'm saying? Passing out the suckers to everybody because y'all suckers, you know. But, you know, I love getting into that character. I had to put it up. But we had fun. You know what I'm saying? Right. The good thing is I had on a big fur coat, which was good because it was cold as hell. Halloween is always cold as hell, dude.
Yep.
Always. But it wasn't cold enough. Because some of them headbands that some of you females was walking around in didn't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, some of them outfits, I was like, man, are y'all going to a strip club or where the hell y'all going dressed like that? But, you know.
It don't matter the time or the season or any of that stuff, man. They always dressing crazy.
I'm like, man, I know it's a holiday. You know what I'm saying? But, man, you got to still dress warm. Even the hoes dressed up warm. Hell, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't in them leggings in the damn winter. Damn, you can put on something. Put on leather pants or something. Do something.
Right.
Y'all just going to freeze out there and forget it, huh? Y'all just going to freeze and freeze. Y'all don't give a damn fuck. Nothing. I was like, this is diabolical.
It is. People still don't know how to dress, do they? Then when they get sick, they're complaining.
It's a lot of people sick now. A whole lot of them sick right now. You know? But to each his own, man. Yeah, we're going to get into some music right quick. When we come back, we're going to hop off into these topics, y'all, man. Thank you guys for watching the Soul Driven podcast. Or not the Soul Driven podcast. Damn. My mind's still on Saturday. The Nashville Caveman podcast show. And again, do us a favor. hit the like and hit the share button, all right? All right, man, we'll be right back with y'all.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people want to show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow.
You gon' know my hunger, you gon' know my name. Never did I make it, oh boy, I was a lame. I'm telling y'all stories so y'all can know my pain. And I'ma need a straight jack, I'm finna go insane. Like every day I stayed up, trying to be the best out. Looking at me downfield, trying to run the best route. But you know these corners, man, had to put a curl in. All I do is fail, and I'm looking for my first win. Always fucking broke, I just wish that I can touch green. Trying to lead the hood, cause you know that I can do without. Gotta put my family on, you know that I can't do without. Can't stop, won't stop, baby, that's what this all about, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
Can't stop, won't stop, gotta keep going. These niggas sleeping on me, so let them keep snoring. The best rap alive, and I gotta keep flowing. I'm pulling up like step, man, I gotta keep scoring. And losing not an option, I learned to be a better me. Best rap alive, and y'all others just a letter B. You trying to ride my wave, and these niggas trying to copy me. Wanted that alive, then you know these rappers dead to me. Second place, nigga, that's the best that they can ever be. Can't stop, won't stop, boy, you know I'm the recipe. Running the game for too long, think that I can give it up. Told y'all what a life I live, you know I had to live it up, yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's out of control. They watching, the people wanna show. Am I gon' fumble? Am I gon' fall? I gotta let them know. Can't stop this flow. Can't stop this glow. I'm about to blow. Can't stop this. Can't stop this. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow. No, 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 no. Can't stop this flow.
All right, man, that was Havoc, man, out of Alabama. Shout out to all my people down in Alabama. Alabama got a lot of talent down that way, so shout out to him. That was Can't Stop. But we can't stop either, man, especially with these news stories. So let me go ahead and get into the first one, right? So first off, I think the most important thing we're going to talk about is the whole, the judge order in the Trump administration to fund SNAP, right? Figure out some way to get people safe. Without further ado, we're going to get into this news story, and then we're going to talk about it. But I did a video that was talking about this while I'm waiting for this to upload. I think, man, people got to realize this. We've got way too complacent and comfortable. We've gotten way too comfortable and complacent. Because once upon a time ago, man, there weren't any of these government benefits. Like, you had to make do. You know what I'm saying? And I think people, they need to ask themselves, what would I do if these programs just magically disappear? I mean, that needs to be so we're going to go ahead and talk about it, though.
The government shutdown hitting 1 month this morning, leaving nearly 42 million Americans who rely on food benefits without enough to eat.
We can't live in a country that's this wealthy and have people starving. It's just not okay at all.
The federal food assistance program, known as SNAP, runs out today, but the Trump administration may be forced to shift federal dollars around to pay for it. After a last-minute ruling from 2 federal judges who said the White House is required by law to use emergency funds. The president late Friday saying it would be his honor to provide the funding, instructing lawyers to clarify how we can legally fund SNAP as soon as possible. The administration had been claiming it legally could not use the contingency funds to pay SNAP benefits during the shutdown, even though they found a way to pay the troops.
I think that liberal judges weren't correct on this ruling. I think that our legal analysis is that we have to use the emergency money for emergencies.
The Trump administration has until Monday to respond to the court. Also today, the first day of open enrollment for the Affordable Care Act. Many Americans will see their rates for 2026 double or even triple because the ACA tax credits expire at the end of this year.
Americans have never seen a health care like this, the one that's about to begin Saturday. And Donald Trump is nowhere to be found.
What do you make of Democrats essentially keeping the government shut down for the Affordable Care Act, for health care policies?
I'm kind of on the fence. People are being affected daily because of the shutdown. However, if they don't stand now, they won't ever be able to stand up against this presidency.
Most Democrats are holding out their votes until Republicans negotiate a compromise, as millions of federal workers go without pay.
It's getting to the point to where we might actually have to go to the food bank.
Now, rather than concede to Democrats, President Trump is calling on his own party to change the long-standing 60-vote rule in the Senate required to pass most bills. So far, Republicans are pushing back. Peter?
Yep, Senator John Thune, the Republican leader, making that very clear. Julie Sirkin there in Florida. Julie, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.
Where are all these churches in this time? People go to a church every Sunday, and they are supposed to build a nest egg for moments like this. Why aren't churches involved with this stuff? You know why a lot of people, why this really, what bothers me about this? People go every week and they put their money in, tithes and everything. And then you got these big old churches and these well-dressed pastors and deacons and stuff. And then when it comes to stuff like this, nowhere to be found. Can't help with anything. Well, if you can't do the Lord's work in the community, what is your mission? What is your goal anyway?
Yeah, I get that. Man. I'm just confused because the guy said that the money was supposed to be used for emergencies. I understand like hurricanes, tornadoes, natural disasters, volcanoes. But if I had to pick something that was up there, it would be feeding the people. Because if all the people die, who gives a damn if there's an earthquake, tornado, volcano, hurricane, if you have no citizens? So I kind of see what he meant by that. And then but I kind of don't, because if people are not eating, that to me, that's the biggest natural disaster ever, starving the country. I've said it many times. And then the Democrats are saying, no, we're not going to vote because of the health care. Well, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Either you're going to starve or your insurance rates are going to go up in the most wealthiest country in the world, right? So everybody is in between a rock and a hard place. Now, to your question about the churches, we are the church, right? The building is just where you go. You can have 4 or 5 people in a living room, and that's a church, right? Why people go to a building and give their money to a building and a pastor, it's on them, because the pastor is supposed to be the person that interprets what God is saying through the Bible and make it layman terms to you. because a lot of people can't read the Bible. I know I can't. That's just that old English I can't read. But if there's a man in the pulpit or a woman who can translate it to me on a C student level, then that's fine. But I'm with you on that. All this money that y'all have or that y'all been getting, especially on Sunday mornings, we don't want to talk about Joel Osteen and all them, 5,000-6,000 people in the church, and they each giving $50 every Sunday, and they ain't including people online. The mega churches, I'm going to hold them to a higher standard because I do believe that they have money. These little mom and pop churches that only grow 50 people, I can't put them in the same bowl because hell, they probably just barely keeping the doors open anyway, Damo.
You know, here's my thing, right? Because they're nonprofit.
Right.
You can take tithes. You can also have food drives. For the last couple of years, you can have people to say, if you have any cans or anything up in your cabinet that you can spare, can you bring that to the church? It can be stored. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you have clothes that, if they are in good shape, rather than throw them away, donate them to us. There may come a time where you need it or somebody else may need it. That's what I mean. Like a lot of these, whether it be mega churches or a lot of these small churches, if they're not doing the heavy community work, you are wasting your time there. You see what I'm saying? And I wanted to point to this. I think I understood what he meant by that's not an emergency. Because all this can end with just 3 simple votes. All of it. So this, you know, it's not an emergency to them.
No, because they're still getting paid to eat it.
Yes. And I think, man, what I would love to be made clear on, and I think they need to have a sit-down discussion in front of the whole country about what it is that they actually want in this bill. And we should be able to tune in and watch. Is because I wonder, when it comes to the healthcare, all your healthcare is threatened. Are you saying that because y'all want money to go not only to citizens but non-citizens? Because I'm gonna tell y'all this here. I think out the gate, Trump should have just found a way to give out SNAP benefits.
What up, baby legend?
You know what I think he should have done? He shouldn't have gave them to illegally. You are last. You are not getting any of these benefits. Simple. That stuff should go to the American people first and foremost. Healthcare.
Yeah.
You know why? You know, I don't know why people aren't upset that they're not about to skyrocket when the whole time there have been people getting the healthcare that no business getting the healthcare. No business getting the healthcare if you're not from here. If you ain't got no citizenship, you have no business getting the healthcare. Because, you know, how do we keep talking about we this much trillions into debt, but yet we're giving to people who aren't even citizens? That just don't make no damn sense to me.
You know,
that's
another
like
point
me being in debt. That's like me being in debt and Sky paying your car note.
You know what the other point they don't touch out is, you know how much food the United States wastes and throw away every year? I remember in 1995 when I was working at McDonald's, the leftover food the employees could take home. When I worked at White Castle, they could. Now, whatever they don't fix, they throw it away. Now, some things you might have to throw away, don't get me wrong. But some things you could donate, put it in a container, freeze it, and donate it to people who's out here struggling and starving. They probably waste millions of dollars of food every year just food away. A natural disaster like this happens as far as just people trying to figure out how they're going to eat. You could have had a surplus of food for this month if you throw away all that damn food last month that you felt like employees are going to take the food and resell it. If I'm working at Church's Chicken, I'm not going to take the old food and go back here and sell it to a homeless person. That makes no sense whatsoever when they changed those rules about taking the food that they hadn't sold. So I think that policy needs to change. And and the way you can look at it as far as just whether they're legal or illegal, that I don't know how they pick it out of 42 million people. I have no clue. Maybe they have agencies that do that. But when people are starving, I don't think as human beings, when people are starving, I don't think they're like, well, you feed him because he's an American and you don't feed him because he's not an American. At this point in time, I think everybody's just worried about putting food in their stomach.
Well, I think it always need to be. Let me put it in perspective for y'all. If you got kids, it'd be silly to let your kids go hungry and feed some other kids and your kids starve. Your first priority is, our government is our parent, you might as well say. And their first priority should be home. I think that's what's wrong with the country now, man. People worry about everything outside of their home. Focus on home first. Then you can go ahead and when you got extra, you take care of others.
Right.
But we let our kids starve. Huh?
No, I'm just saying people are starving, but yeah, our government just gave $40 billion to Argentina.
Argentina, actually, that was a loan. And I think, I think our media should be penalized for giving false information. I think that they need to change that. I think our media, I'll give you an example. I watched the Congresswoman sit up here and basically say, man, this is the Republicans' beat. Man, because they are the majority in the House and the Senate. But what she's not telling everybody, and she's being dishonest about, is that you still need 3 Democratic votes for this bill to pass through. For the CR to pass through, you still need 3 Democrats. And they're saying no. So, that's being disingenuous, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're not being honest. And I think that when they do that, they should not be allowed to do that blatantly. They should. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a theory that I feel like this stuff is going to be over after the midterm votes. This is all about voting power. But we're going to see if this ends. If it ends after the midterms, then you know that they used this. It was all about politics. It's all about power. They don't care about people. So we're going to find out. Ends right after midterms. Shortly after, then we know it was used for political reasons. And that's not good.
Well, I'm just thinking our federal government, no matter who's doing it, whether it's a loan or giving, the foreign aid that y'all give to other countries need to be on the back burner first. You need to feed your citizens first, then worry about foreign aid. Even though that loan was given before the shutdown, I'm just saying now after the shutdown, there should be no more giving, no more loans, no more sending our militaries to bomb other countries right now, whatever, until you figure out how you're going to feed your people.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But I also should ask them this. They give them foreign aid to other countries anyway. These people aren't from here. So when you give them any of our resources, they're doing it anyway.
Right. Well, the only thing I can say is if I send the money to Argentina and Mexico, I know for a fact that they're not Americans, most of them. But here with 42 million people starving, how do you go through the 42 million and say you're an American, you ain't, at a time where everybody just wants to eat? Because what you're saying is, right, they should have done this a long time ago. They should have deported, got all these people out years ago. But now with 42 million and 20 million of them are children, I don't know how they go through them and say, hey, you're an American and you ain't.
Well, you know, it's all about, I've been saying this, man. It's all about replacing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's about replacing a record.
If you want them to do what you want them to do, Damo, they've cut the government. So many people been laid off, furloughed, right? Fired, unemployed. So even if you was the president, Damo, and you wanted them to do this, then you don't have the manpower to go through and say who should get it and who shouldn't.
Well, it's like I was telling somebody this, right? it's like they dismantled the Board of Education.
Yeah.
And that's one of the programs that I thought they should. Because how is it that we got the majority of us that been in school 13 years, and how the hell don't we understand how the government works? We live in America. We don't know what the job is, the House of Representatives, the Senate, the job of the Vice President, the mayor, the alderman, the city council. We don't even understand our own government, and we've been in school 13 years.
They don't care.
Man, some of these programs need to be cut. Somebody got to have answers for something. Something ain't adding up, man. We can't be all dumb as rocks.
These young people don't care. They don't care. So even if we was to do what you just said, try to teach them about government and laws and bills and acts and amendments, if they don't care, they don't care. It's people that don't even know who their alderman is or alderwoman is or what they do. They don't care. But then when people complain about, well, why is people like Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi and all these people still in office for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years? Because you don't care. If you don't care to learn what's going on, how you going to run against these people? How you going to raise the money? How you going to change the law? You don't care.
I just think that they should have term limits. The president got term limits.
Correct.
I think that they should only be allowed to serve if the president got 8 years, I think the most they should be able to get is 8 years. And after that, you are out of it. That's it.
But again, nobody's going to go and try to fight for that because nobody, if you don't care who your state representative is or what district award you in, you just get up every day and just go to work and come home. They're not even worried about that. You ain't even made it past your local community, let alone trying to change something in Washington, D.C. So why them people stay for so long?
But you know, Sky, we both been through school. They didn't teach much in our school years about the government.
No.
I
didn't learn. I got to TSU.
And it's like that's what you're paid to do. You're paid to educate. So how are you educating? And the majority of the country don't even understand how laws work, how the government works, whose job it is. They don't. The majority don't understand shit, and they won't look it up. They just take everything at face value.
Right.
So,
I didn't learn that stuff. A lot of these
government programs should be shrunk. A lot of them got jobs, and it's like, man, you're not even doing your damn job. You just collecting a paycheck.
Right, because I didn't learn about it till I got to MTSU, right? My high school years and all that. Once I got to MTSU, that's when I learned about electoral college. And we have 11 because we have 2 senators and 9 representatives. That's how I learned about it. But if you don't take that extra step to go to secondary or anything else until they implement it into public education.
But you know the question is that people need to ask is why? Why don't they teach this stuff? And that's the question that people need to go out and ask. Because they're trying to just keep people dumb. That's what it is.
Oh yeah. Rockefeller in the 1800s went to a country overseas that was doing this. They wasn't called schools, but what they were doing was they was raising young men to pledge their allegiance. I think it was Persia or something. Pledge their allegiance to the country and not the community and the family. So when that country went to war, you didn't have to worry about the draft. So when Rockefeller came back over here, he used his money and his influence to start what we call schools today. Do you remember every time we stood up, we did a Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah.
That's where they come from. Their goal was to do 2 things. Was to keep us a line of allegiance with the United States government. So if they went to war, men would have that morality to go to war. And if you didn't go to war, to be a worker, because Rockefeller said he didn't want competition. He needed workers. He needed factory workers. He needed employees. So that's why your public school is the way it is. They're only going to teach you enough to fill out applications and learn how to go to war. That's it.
Yep, you're right, man. And so, but it's interesting. I mean, the judge made that ruling. It's going to be interesting. We'll come back and visit it a week from now to see how everything turns out.
How long has the shutdown been going? Has it? Because I know they said the longest ever was 33 days. Are we at 33 days now?
Yeah. And as it get to 41, if it hit 41, a lot of that stuff that Trump wanted to do, he's going to be able to do with or without. Once it get past a certain amount of days of the government being shut down, a lot of that stuff he's going to be able to do. He's going to be able to really cut off and trim the fat off of the federal government. So, but I think this is all a play in the play. I just think that after the midterms, we're going to see. If it goes in the favor of the Democrats, because all Democrats keep saying is Republican bad. But most people are like, this can all change by y'all just simply voting, you know what I'm saying, to extend this. And y'all not. So we'll see how it play out. I know one thing that didn't play out well though, Sky. I know one thing didn't play out well. It didn't play out well for this woman, man, that accused a dude of hitting her in the face with a brick. So do y'all remember Brick Lady? Me and Sky did that story. It was sometime, maybe last year, maybe early this year.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't remember this woman? We pull up video, but basically she had over $40,000 off this video, right? On GoFundMe. And so they went in her claims and come to find out, guess what? Her claims were inaccurate. The dude that she accused of doing this,
her name is Rhoda Osman. Online, she's known as Brick Lady, and her video went viral in 2023. But tonight, she is here in the Harris County Jail after a jury found her guilty of stealing more than $40,000 in a GoFundMe scheme.
This man just hit me in my face with a brick.
The selfie video by Rhoda Osman got millions of likes, but prosecutors say her claims of a man throwing a brick at her head didn't match the evidence.
She kind of made the couple months that happened my life a living hell.
Olin Douglas is the man she told police threw the brick at her outside a Houston bar in 2023. He never got charged, but she did, after raising more than $42,000 online. Now, more than 2 years later, a jury found Osman guilty of theft, deceptively raising all that money.
I'm glad that she didn't get away with just being able to lie. It seems like she gets on social media and just manipulates and scams people.
Douglas is happy with the jury's verdict. The judge's sentencing plan, even more so. Osman will have to spend 90 days in jail, according to prosecutors, and pay full restitution. She'll be on probation for 10 years. Any violations could mean she goes to prison. But on top of that, she can't use social media in that 10-year period.
I'd say it's pretty rare.
Defense attorney Joe Venus isn't connected to the case, but says he's never seen a social media ban as a condition of probation.
If somebody's sophisticated enough with social media to commit a crime using social media, I imagine that it's a pretty big part of her life. So it's going to be difficult for her. But as I remind my clients all the time, probation's supposed to be hard.
Consequences Douglas says he hopes Osman faces after he received death threats, and the case got the internet's attention.
When this happened, it seemed like the world was loud. She had loud supporters. She had loud fans. And I'm just interested, where are y'all now?
We should note the judgment and final conditions of probation have not yet been signed in this case, but additional hearings have been scheduled when that could happen. Osman's defense attorney has not responded to multiple requests for comments, but based on records, we know they do plan to appeal this conviction. As for how her head ended up looking the way it did, prosecutors tell me the leading theory shared by a detective during the trial is that Osman fell and hit her head on a car door frame while intoxicated. And as for all the money, bank records revealed it got spent on trips, spas, and ride shares. Reporting downtown, I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Not ride shares.
So let me get this straight.
Damn.
The woman was inebriated. She came out of the club. She fell, hit her head on a car door, woke up and said somebody hit her in the face with a brick.
That's what they saying she did.
And then she gets on social media and complained that all these black men around her didn't step up. See, that's the part that gets me.
Remember that?
Because we talked about that. If any one of these black men would have stepped up and attacked that young man, that could have been his life on the line. Or that young man protecting himself could have killed these I can't talk. These heroes trying to be heroes, and they could have lost their life over a lie. Because that was her whole narrative, was all these black men and men around me, and they didn't want to help me. Girl, you came out the club drunk and fell and hit your head, and then you woke up and the first black man you saw, he hit me with a brick. Are you serious? And then you want to, the man has death threats, and then all the young black men, even the ones that was recording that day, you wanted them to go attack him. Somebody could have got hurt or lost their life over a lie.
You know why? What angers me is that was a slap on the wrist. I think that they need to make an example of people like her. You're doing 5 to 10 years for a lie like that. Because the damage that you do to somebody's life, you can't take that back. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that the sentencing was like, not jail? No way. That could be like 5 years. I wouldn't be upset if it was 10. That's a lot of time to think about. Yep, they gave her 10 probation. I think it should have been 10 jail time. But now, I know people don't agree with that, but you got to make an example of somebody, because we seen too many stories of people lying online and it really doing, damage to people's lives.
Folks lie all the time, but what I don't understand about these women is, what are they doing? Do they want attention? Did they not get enough attention growing up? Because women will lie about anything. That's why you got to be careful who you hang with, who you talk to. If she didn't, let me tell you something, if she didn't lie about getting hit with a brick, she would have said that man raped her, molested her, been having sex with her. I mean, she would have just came up with something to get the attention. These women be lying and lying because they know it's easy to believe. If a woman come out and say, oh, he hit me, or he slept with me, or he did this, it's so easy nowadays to believe that every man is just this creep, this jerk, you know what I'm saying? Or he touched your daughter. I mean, just anything without anybody doing any investigation. So I'm with you on that. This should have been a precedent. This should have been a way of saying to all you women that are lying, not the ones who's really victims, but the ones who are lying, this is what you're going to look forward to for trying to ruin somebody's life because you bored and ain't got nothing to do.
I agree, man.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Because you're going to treat him. Some people going to still treat him wrong even after the facts that came out. They're still going to hold it against him.
Yeah, because they're miserable. And this is just on a national level. I can go back into the hood and edge here in South Nashville about these women lying on these men and making up stories and lying about this is your child, knowing damn well it ain't your child, lying that he did this to you, knowing damn well he didn't. You just happen to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And her story is like, well, he was over here, he slept, knowing damn well none of that happened, but in their head it happened. So they're saying it verbally, right? And then everybody's believing this. And I'm just like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's dangerous, man. Absolutely dangerous. But I don't know if it's as dangerous as this next story.
Hold on, Damon. Let me piggyback on it. Then I be seeing these videos about why black men are not dating black women, or why men are not courting women, or why men are not marrying. Because like you said, it is dangerous. Why should I take you out on a date, drop you back off at home, come home, and then the police are knocking at my door talking about, oh, this girl said you raped her. Raped her? I just dropped her off and she went home. How the hell did I rape her? There was nobody else around, just me and her. So that's my word versus hers. And God forbid she got to go get a rape kit done. I mean, all this stuff that you have to do because you're trying to be nice. And then they wonder why men ain't nice no more. Why they're not courting? Why they're not holding doors open for folks? Because the backlash of my story versus yours is terrible.
Yep. This is what a lot of females, this is why I think females need to be harder on other females, and they're not. But you see the fruit of the work, or the lack thereof. The fruit of lack of accountability. Now dudes just don't care. They've created where there's a lot of dudes out here that do not care. I mean, they don't care.
Right.
So, it is what it is, man. That's unfortunate. That's going to leave a mark on him. and his experience with her, and maybe even, you know, he may be cautious of dealing with other sisters going forward.
And there you go. And then his story is everywhere. So even on his job history, when he filled out an application, he couldn't skip that if he wanted to. You know how some things you don't want your new employer to know? You couldn't skip it. That made national news. So everywhere you go to eat, to get a job, to do it, and he may not even Uber. Because now, ain't you the girl dude that's supposed to hit the girl in the brake? No, let me out the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is just way too much. What's up, Ben? How you doing? It is just way too
much. Being
much.
in a job interview, and they be like, yeah, I remember you. You was on the internet. You the one that hit that girl in the face with the brake, weren't you?
Thank you. Yeah. And so that's crazy.
That's why I said she need to do jail time. I mean, in my personal opinion, she need to do jail time.
Yeah.
Probation isn't enough. I don't think it's going to teach other women watching this a lesson.
Well, they probably think banning her from social media is her jail time, because that's how she made the
story. Yeah. I don't know one woman that can stay off of social media.
But
hell no.
Out of the 40,000,
hell no.
Hey, Damo, out of the 40,000, how many do you think were women donate that money?
Man, she spent
60%, 70%.
I think she spent it all.
Yeah, I'm saying, but how many of that 40,000 you think were women donating that money? 70%?
Oh, hell no. Hell, you talk about the majority of women?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that shit don't get spent. Oh,
no. I'm not saying her spending money. I'm talking about when she went online to do the GoFundMe. How many out of that 42,000? How much of you think was women sending the money to her GoFundMe page? 30% was women, other 30 were men.
I would say, because there's a lot of dudes out here that you know buy into women that's like that. I would say if I was to be a guessing man, I would say 65-35.
Okay. So that goes to show you how much trauma these women are in when they have a martyr like her, because they've gone through so much trauma in their life. Yeah, we support you. They ain't even tried to talk to the dude. They ain't tried to investigate. All they needed to know was somebody hit this black woman with a brick, and 80 black women that sat here and just started throwing money. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, there you go. It's crazy. But all these people that donated to this woman, the brick lady, are they going to apologize to that young black man?
No. They did it with, but I'm just saying, they did it with BLM.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting some people's emotions. One thing I was just talking about, our community, the biggest issue with our community is we make decisions and choices based off of our emotions.
Right.
It's all connected to our emotions, how we feel about something.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate.
It is. It really is. If you just take the time, think, and breathe, and realize, okay, what's really going on. But no, man, these I won't say just women, but people are just, they need an outlet. They need an outlet. She was a lot of people's outlet. A lot of these women who couldn't get their way, she was it. She was their outlet, and y'all just gave her all this money. She didn't spend it all because she ain't for refund y'all none of it back. And then none of y'all is gonna go to the man who, the ones that sent this man death threats, and y'all like, man, my bad, bro. I'm sorry. Let me delete that and take it down. No, humans.
You know the sad part? And the message I get out of all this? It is so easy to manipulate people in our community. Our community is the easiest community to manipulate. Easy.
Because we have that victim mentality. That's why.
Yeah,
when
it's so easy. What's happening to our emotions? I'll give you an example. Sky. This is a perfect segment.
Okay.
Because do y'all remember that Barack Obama chastised black men for their choice in not selecting Kamala Harris? And remember he was talking about it's because, you know, she's a woman in the color of her skin.
Mm-hmm.
Mama black and all that. Do y'all remember that?
I say y'all Mama black.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Fast forward, it's a black in Virginia right now. There's a black woman. I'm talking about black like me and you black. no mixture or anything. This woman is like blackity black. Right? Smart, intelligent woman. And guess who he is campaigning with now?
Who?
A white woman.
Get out of here.
Against a black woman. Ooh. The reason why I bring that up, because it really ain't about the color thing. But in this situation, it is. And the reason why it is because this dude came out and chastised us. Because, man, we was like, no, we're not. The majority, a lot of men was like, no, I'm not voting for her because this, and this, and this, and that. It ain't had nothing to do with her being a woman. It ain't had nothing to do with her being black. It had to do with what most believed her policies were. And that they didn't think they could trust her. Right? And so for him to bring that up and then come around and do the opposite, that is our community. We got figures like that that can easily manipulate people in our community. Easily. Our community, if you get into our emotions, you got us. I'm going to tell you, if you tap into our emotions, we lost. I believe a real life KKK member can tap into our emotions and have us eating out of their hands. Easy. Just by saying, I'm with y'all, understand your pain, you know what I'm saying, you're suffering, what you were just talking about. I think it is so easy to do that to people in our community. That's how this woman was able to make. Well, I'm surprised that's all she made. I'm shocked that she didn't make more.
Maybe she did. The GoFundMe had to take their part. Maybe she made 50,000. The GoFundMe took 7,000 for their part. You know.
Yeah, you got a point. I mean, not to get off, but I just wanted to address that. Man, this next story, I want to go ahead and jump into because this is just diabolical to me. So I don't know if y'all heard about that. There was a truck race in good old Mississippi. Good old Mississippi, and it flipped over. Now it flipped over, but do y'all know what this truck supposedly had inside? Huh? Take a guess. Do y'all know what it had inside? Well, if you say it had monkeys, you are correct. This thing had lab monkeys, and not just any kind of lab monkeys. It had monkeys that were hepatitis, with COVID and herpes. So without further ado, you know
We're all loose! Contain the area!
Emerging from a box labelled live animals and setting off alarm bells with US police, 6 lab monkeys have been let loose after a truck crash in Mississippi. The primates potentially infected with COVID, hepatitis.
We're all loose! Contain the area!
Emerging from a box labelled live animals and setting off alarm bells with US police, 6 lab monkeys have been let loose after a truck crash in Mississippi. The primates potentially infected with COVID, hepatitis C and herpes. The monkeys were being transported from a university in Louisiana, later assuring the public the animals were not infectious.
We got 21 monkeys that was on this, got 5 of them on the run.
Video showing several monkeys crawling in the grass. Heavily armed officers responding to the scene. Authorities say a truck carrying nearly 24 rhesus monkeys from Tulane University overturned on Interstate 59 in Jasper County.
Here's one of the monkeys right here. There's one sitting right there.
At least 6 monkeys escaping. Officials warning they might be aggressive towards people and were potentially infected with hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID.
They may have to neutralize something right here in a minute.
And late today, police confirming all but one of the escaped monkeys have been euthanized for public safety reasons, adding they're still actively searching for that one monkey still on the loose.
That one monkey at large.
He ain't monkeying around, I know that. He ain't monkeying around.
Lions. Boy, they so happy to get out and get some exercise. They were so tired of being kept up in them cages. Good Lord. Freedom.
Could you imagine?
So y'all in Mississippi, there is a for everybody in Mississippi, there is a monkey at large So if you have seen this monkey, please call your local authorities. They're gonna put the little mug shots on the poles and everything else, right? Jesus.
Could you imagine a dude coming home, Scott, and telling his girl that he got herpes from a monkey?
How did the truck turn over? Was the truck driver sleepy? Did he miss a turn?
I don't know.
Like, Lord.
I don't know. But I know this. Man, I can imagine some I can't say the word. I forgot we lied. But man, some ninja talk about, baby, a monkey gave me these herpes. And he's telling the truth. Because he went and grabbed the monkey by the balls. You know what I'm saying? Because they were grabbing the monkeys barehanded. They ain't had no gloves when they grabbing these monkeys. So could you imagine him telling baby, you know what, man, I got it from this monkey. You know what I'm saying? How that conversation gonna go?
Well, you know what? To all these people in Mississippi that's cheating on their women, you do have an out now, because that's it. It's just one monkey. Yeah, he might have gotten you, and you just don't even know, right? Those cages should have been. Yeah, those cages should have been much stronger. If you know these are tested monkeys, where you test all these things on, because they've been testing on monkeys since God knows when. Those cages should have been a hell of a lot more sturdier than what they were. Them cages look like a normal pet could break out of them damn things. And so now you have.
You know what that stuff reminded me of?
Yeah.
You know what that reminded me of? You remember that Outbreak? You remember that movie Outbreak? That's what that reminded me of.
Yep. It does. And now they didn't broke out, and maybe they didn't break out, maybe because of the impact of the crash is why the cages were able to break. But then that even should have happened. That's almost like carrying contaminated something. Hell, them monkeys are almost like carrying a bunch of contaminated needles from one place to another. It needs to be in something so darn secure that Christ himself couldn't open that damn thing. So, but they don't learn. If somebody gets infected, here comes a lawsuit, and you will learn quickly.
Yep.
And think about it. You have a manhunt for a monkey. Police and resources using money, time, and man force to look for this one monkey. That monkey could be anywhere. And for 24 hours,
ain't true, Scott. I'm guessing that saying ain't true.
What's that? One monkey don't stop a show?
There you go. You already know what I'm talking about. I guess one monkey.
I mean, like, damn. Because if they don't look for the monkey, it looks bad on the local police force. But if you do look for the monkey, how much time and money are you spending looking for this one monkey when crime is probably going on in Mississippi any damn way? So all that could have just been avoided. But hey,
man, could you imagine some white dude talking about, look at that monkey hanging from the tree?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what? And it's really a monkey hanging from the tree?
Really a monkey hanging from the tree,
yeah,
right?
That's diabolical.
Man, so them monkeys was on the pole. They ran off into the damn tree. I'm surprised they got all of them.
Yeah. Throwing this every day at you.
Oh, Lord. Some of this stuff you can't make up. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Truth is stranger than fiction.
That's diabolical.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Oh, shit. I wouldn't have chased it. I'm sorry, man. If there's some things I ain't chasing, you know what I'm saying?
Not chasing anyway.
I'm not chasing. If it's a lab, any act. And a movie that really scared me from wanting to have anything to do with labs, it's the one Outbreak, but then it's that 28 days later. Remember that was one monkey? But that monkey, them apes, they went in and threw up in that woman's face.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how the whole, zombie apocalypse started. And 28 days later.
Yep.
So I'm afraid of bad monkeys. They be doing a lot of stuff to them monkeys. You
so like Planet of the Apes, right? They was doing it on the apes, right? They was testing on apes, and that's how they ended up getting where they are, taking over the country.
Yeah.
They evolve. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm afraid to laugh anything. They say laugh, don't go over there laugh. You ain't got to tell me once. You hear me? Forget twice. You ain't got to tell me once. If it's lab anything, lab rat, lab chipmunk, lab monkey, lab donkey, whatever it is, if it got lab in front of it, you ain't got to worry about Damo being anywhere in the vicinity. Ain't happening. I wouldn't chase them. I'd have just called somebody, hey, they out here loose. They out here on the swing set.
Animal control.
There you go. Animal control. They out here on the monkey bars. I ain't going to chase them. They look like they right at home on the monkey bars.
That's true.
I ain't doing it. You know, I got bananas, but I ain't. I'll give them to y'all. And if y'all can entice them to come over here with these bananas, then y'all go ahead and do what y'all do. But I ain't.
Oh yeah, I agree. So everybody in Mississippi, y'all keep a lookout for this one little monkey that's running around.
Yeah, y'all hear?
And when black folks tell every monkey that they see, they try to turn it for a reward. Every black person in Jasper County, when they see a monkey, they're gonna try to turn it in for a reward, not knowing if that's the actual monkey or not.
Man, I can see it now. They be like, "Look here, you monkey," and then people are like, "Animal control." Oh, I thought it was a real monkey. You call him a monkey,
right? Yeah, my baby daddy a monkey. Will y'all take him?
Oh my God! Oh man, could you imagine that little boy? That little boy in that classroom we did our story on a couple weeks ago. Man, mama told me there's some real live monkeys out, and they got hurt. Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all what's even crazy. So hip hop, and we've been saying this for a while, man. Hip hop has been going down the toilet bowl for quite some time. You know, and for the first time in 35 years, there is not one song in the top charts of the billboards. Not one. And that's bad. You know what I'm saying? But this kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier, right? And hip hop has been on the downslide, not for the last decade, for the last 2 decades to me. So, without further ado,
breaking news, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, but for the first time in 35 years, there are no rap songs in the Billboard Top 40, a cultural shift that's got the industry abuzz. As of the October 25th chart, SZA and Kendrick Lamar's Luther dropped out after 46 weeks, leaving the highest rap record, NBA YoungBoy, Shot Callin', stuck at number 44. Now, to put this in perspective, not since 1990 and Biz Markie's Just a Friend has hip-hop been this absent from the mainstream. Now, analysts are pointing to Billboard's new recurrence rules, which removes older songs faster, plus the total chart domination of Taylor Swift, locking up the top 12 spots on the top 40. But some are saying there's deeper forces at play here, from the decline in hip-hop's market share down to 24% from 30% in 2020 to a cultural shift amid a conservative wave boosting country and pop. Some scholars are saying mainstream's rap machine got too sanitized and apolitical, losing touch with the radical roots that built it. Others are saying this is the calm before the storm, before a creative rebirth and the explosion of the underground and the indie movement. Either way, it's a moment of reflection for the culture that built the charts in the first place. Story developing, sadly.
So Taylor Swift got 12 of the top 40. Good Lord.
But
she
it
has
makes
12
sense, though.
songs starting on the top 40.
But Sky, it makes sense. I was listening to, you know, I like other podcasts, and this guy made a great point. And Sky, we can both attest to this. Anton Daniels, I was watching one of his shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about this. There was a time in the 80s and 90s that when you hear a song from the West Coast, or you heard a song, you can say right away that artist from the West Coast. Or if you heard East Coast song, you know right off the bat, oh, they from New York for sure. Oh, they from the South for sure. Oh, they sound like a Midwest. They got a mixture of the West Coast and the East Coast. That sounds like it could be something from the Midwest. Fast forward, you can't tell where any of these artists are from.
You can't understand what they're saying. I can't even understand the lyrics. I can't even tell you where they're from.
They all sound the same. They all get gibberish. You know what I'm saying? They all sound like they recorded while they was high and drunk. You know what I'm saying? And and that's why that song where that dude with Down syndrome was able to mock with living in my lifestyle. He was able to mock that. That's what hip hop turned into.
Yep, mumbling with a little bit of auto tune. Right.
A lot of this music ain't worth buying.
No. It's in my opinion. Somebody might have a different opinion. So all that when Lil Wayne started to add, because I don't know who did the auto tune first, Kanye West or T-Pain, whoever. But Lil Wayne started using all the auto tunes in his music, and then it just exploded, right? So yeah, I agree that. Yeah, I mean, the last time I really just listened to hip hop was probably 2005, when when they was coming out.
When was the last time you got an album? Answer yourself this, guy. When was the last time you got a hip hop album? You went out and said, "I gotta have that album."
2004, Purple Haze, Cameron.
Wow.
And at the same time, I also bought Kanye West College Dropout.
So, I mean, me, probably even further than that. It probably was like 2002. And I say that to say this. Back then, we thought a lot of them albums was horrible. Because the artist would have one or two hit songs on it, then you get the album, and the rest of the album was trash.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, it seemed like all the music is trash. And the radio stations are trying to shove it down our throat. But we're not getting any more interested in it, which
Correct.
is why it's not on the top 40 Billboard. It's not making us no more interested.
No. And a lot of things could be what he said, the culture shift. So much stuff is going on in the world. Nobody got time to listen to all that bang, bang, shoot 'em up. I got money selling drugs. People are not going to spend their last dollar on a rap song or 99 cents on a download if they're starving. Most people nowadays don't want to hear negativity, even though it exists in the world, but nobody really wants to hear it all the time. So where are your Commons and people like that, and Talib Kweli and people like that? I have no clue. Conscious rap, I guess we're gonna call it. I have no clue.
You know what happened to it?
What happened?
There was once upon a time where it was cool to be your own individual.
Right.
It was cool to create your own swag. Right? Now, people mock you for not following us. They mock you for not. If your music don't sound like this artist over here, then you ain't worth a listening ear.
Right.
That's the hard thinking. I think we have more hard thinking now than we've ever had.
And then it got watered down. Because I told everybody I was at MTSU, but before MTSU, I was at Nashville State Tech. Now it's called Nashville Community College. And I took audio production, and they introduced me to this thing called Pro Tools. It was like Pro Tools 3 or 4. That's how long ago it was, right?
Okay.
And it was like 2003, 2004, 2002. I was introduced to Pro Tools. So it was like Pro Tools and now the interfaces, it was just real. And this is when it was only on Apple. It hadn't made it to PC and shit, right? And so my first thought was, man, this is cool. I mean, you ain't got to spend $100 an hour in the studio, another $100 for mixing. But then I thought, this is bad because now everybody and mama can just come into the industry and it's just overflowed with music. If you go to Tidal, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, millions and millions of songs are on there. Millions. It would take you a lifetime to listen to every song. But prior to Pro Tools, unless you had talent and the money to back your talent, that's how we knew you existed. A lot of people didn't exist because they couldn't have the money or they didn't have the talent. Now with Pro Tools, you didn't have to have no money or no talent. You spend at the time like $200 once. Put that software in your computer, get you a microphone, and you can put out hundreds of songs a month and put up it on iTunes, CD Baby. That's a relic, CD Baby. CD Baby, all these things. So I think that's another thing that added to hip hop, because like country and pop and neo soul, some of them people still old school, y'all. They still go into studios, songwriters, produce. Not rappers. They get a beat that's already looping and they just rap. So I know rappers that can do 10 songs a day, just a day, and just like, dang, dude, yeah.
It's also, man, we don't get as much support in the industry. There's no Yo TV raps anymore. There is no, remember the box? No, man, I remember, man, I drove my daddy's cable bill up like hell, ordering them 99-cent videos over and over and over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, man, that, you don't have that no more. For hip hop.
The Basement. What was that woman's name? Miss Cedar's World.
106 and Park.
Yeah, but you remember Miss Cedar's World? They came on BT. Yeah, with the little cartoon lady. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, you don't have it no more. And I don't know why it phased out.
Because the people that were supposed to take the reins and run it, like a lot of these artists, when they retired, they were supposed to, it was like the player going from, like Mike Vrabel. His NFL career didn't stop at him being a player. Now he's a coach. See, a lot of these artists, they still want to be artists. No, you were supposed to pick up the culture and run with it and make it something even greater. But no. Everybody wanted to eat up of it until there was nothing else to eat. And now look, there's nothing left on the bone.
Sucking up all the time and resources and didn't want to leave nothing else for the next generation. I get yeah.
Exactly. And so that's what you have. And it's unfortunate because now all of them complaining about the gatekeepers, and it's like, you guys are the gatekeepers. You guys have the boundary. You guys have the platform. You can create, man, this is the one part that I'm upset that I didn't make it, because if I would have grew a big enough platform, I would have used that platform for what I'm trying to do now. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them, they're looking out for themselves. And they're complaining about the gatekeepers, but it's like, you are the gatekeeper. You could have created the platform.
Yep. And again, the substance that they rapping about, all this other stuff. I mean, when these new wave of people in the late 90s, early 2000s got to rapping about drugs in the streets, has been here waiting for y'all got here. And there's probably a lot of rappers in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that were funded by drugs, but they never said it. They didn't want you to know how they got there. For some reason, it turned. Everybody wants you to know, man, I got here because I've been selling dope. I've been in jail. I got tattoos. I've got all these women. Like, you opened the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody needed to know that. But now you wanted to open the curtain and talk about all this stuff. So what else is there to talk about now?
And not only that. The old school rappers, their thinking didn't. And what I mean by that is, they didn't, like what Chris Brown is doing is so effing brilliant. And I was like, damn, I wish I had somebody to show me that. That's something I could have took advantage of when he doing the photo. I could have cleaned up Man, I could have cleaned up if I would have did that. You know how many females would have sat there and took photos? Oh yeah, that's D-Miz. That's VEC Legacy. Yeah, could have made money off of that. That is an avenue, but how many artists, old artists, are really thinking about that?
Who could do it? Who could get somebody's baby mama to spend $1,000 for one picture?
Man, it didn't even have to be $1. It didn't even have to be $1. Do you know how much money Tupac could have made doing that? He could have made more money doing that. These athletes, you know how much money they could save? Hey, for $20, you know, I'm gonna set up here, and then you can come take a photo with me. We don't even think on that level. We don't even pass that kind of wealth of knowledge and information down. You know how much money Beyonce could make doing that? Yeah, come up here, take a photo with me. She can make more money doing that than she could selling out. Because who wouldn't do that? If she went on a city-to-city tour and got bodyguards, I want you to pat this person down, and then after you pat them down, they can come back, take a photo with me. Yeah. But we don't pass down knowledge. And so...
But when did that stop? If you go back to ancient Africa with the kings and queens and scholars and mathematicians, that's what they did. They passed down the knowledge from generation to generation to generation. This is how Europe found out that all the stuff, the gold and the silver and all the stuff that was going on down in Africa, because they kept passing it down from generation to generation. Why is it when we get to America, everybody wants to gatekeep? They don't want to pass it down and help others.
We don't pass down knowledge. We don't pass down resources.
Yep.
And then we wonder why the generations behind us are behind.
Yeah. Because the new generation said they blame us. They blame the older generation.
And it's like they're the ones like Soulja Boy. The idea that he had, he came up with that. There was nobody from the generation before that passed them that information. Hey, why not try this? They were still stuck in their ways, stuck in their thinking. They didn't think like that.
Nope. Knowledge is power.
Which I want to talk about this next one, right? Because on Nightcap, Shannon Sharp and them had a discussion. Dude, this is so important. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is so powerful. It made me actually think about you. You know what I'm saying? And the importance of who you work with. If you want to grow, the people you surround yourself with is everything. It is everything. A lot of people have great ideas, and them great ideas fail because the right people around them. I had great ideas that have fallen apart because I didn't have right people around. I didn't, man. You know, we waste a lot of time and resources on people whose ideas and their work ethic don't allow ours. And so, here it is, man. Let me go ahead and play this for you. I think this is a very important message.
I don't want y'all to have the wrong impression.
It can be interpreted in a lot of ways.
But I'm just very guarded now. I'm very, very guarded. I was always on alert, but I'm on high alert because I really don't know who I can really trust. Because what I've seen over the last 6 months, there are very few people that you can actually trust. Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. And you remember we had this conversation, Ocho, about being down and then people feel like they can pile on.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I appreciate you, Ocho, because you're like, hey, when you text me, Unc, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to go through, we going through it. You ain't by yourself.
Till the wheels fall the fuck off. Shit, you gave me opportunity.
There are so many people, Ocho and Joe,
where I'm going,
that used to call, that used to text.
Yeah.
I ain't heard from them since this happened.
But that's all right, though. That's all right, though.
Man, please.
Yeah, keep it moving, baby.
Maybe this is what, I don't wish this on anybody. But what it did do is it really showed me who's really, really there.
Right.
There are a lot of people on the peripheral. When things were going well, when we were at the apex and getting invited to everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ain't called. And I'm talking about, we were talking once a month, twice a month.
Right. Are we gonna come back?
But I see.
Yeah, and you know, I think about too, Uncle Joe. You had to think about, you know, Unc, what you had to go through. You know, I've been in the eye of that storm too now. Big time in front of the world.
Yeah.
So I had to take my licks. I had to
You
take
gotta,
my
you
wound.
gotta.
And I had, hey, Joe, but them calls stopped. Ain't heard
did.
from nobody. My circle was always small, so my same circle was right there, you know, to lift me up. But I already knew I was finna sit for a minute,
Yeah.
for a long time. Joe, it was quiet for maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, you know how long 6 years is?
Hell
Ain't
yeah.
nothing coming. No, nothing. You just and then here we go. You give me an opportunity, you know, while everything is back going, motion is going good.
Yeah.
And then you think I had a nerve to jump ship just because you going through what I had to go through years ago. What the fuck I'm going? I know it. I know what it's like.
Yeah. Look, I know a lot of people say a lot of things about Stephen A. All I can attest to is the way Stephen A. is with Shannon. And he's been great because when I went through what I was going through at Fox, he was there. When I was going through he was calling anything I can do. What can I do? I won't get into private conversations that we have because that's between he and I.
Right.
But there are a lot of other people, a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of the parcel of land. There were a few, quite a few. But you know what? I've been down before. This public lashing and ridicule and scorn and humiliation.
Been there.
Take your lumps. But it took me a while to realize, like, hold on. You call the people that you're closest to. Brother, mom, sister, kids, best friend, Bucket Burns. You explain to them what? They say, bro, we good. Once I got to that, Ocho, you and I talked about this. Man, look, it is what it is. I'm gonna be all right.
I ain't even want to hear it. We good.
Sunshine follows rain.
What time the next show?
Right.
Hey Joe, that's all I want to know. What time is the next show?
That is exactly what he said. He did what he
I know what that's like.
Okay.
I think that's.
I know one of the people he talking about, Damo. He talking about Ray Lewis. The Ray Lewis show went on social media and platforms and kicked him while he was down. If he ain't talking about nobody else, he talking about Ray Lewis. That's one. He might be talking about other people, but I know, damn Joe, I know that's what he's talking about. And
he don't have the nerve to talk when he got out of that. You know, I'm from Akron, so that murder charge that he had in Atlanta, they were trying. What do you think people forgot about that?
No.
What do you think people forgot?
That's why I tell you, don't throw rocks, because you know everybody has you know, woo, at a glass house. But I'm glad that he was able to overcome it. But again, my whole thing is, did you learn from it? Don't do it no more. That's why your parents whoop you when you do something bad, so you can learn from it and don't do it anymore. The next time a 19-year-old want to talk to you, you run the other way. If they ain't taking your order at a fast food restaurant, you don't even look at a 19. Even if she look like she's 19, she could be 40. If she look 19, you run the other way.
It ain't even got to do with 19, man. It got to do with when you deal with some women, period.
Yeah, because they're vultures.
You got to really pick their brain apart. Because that would have happened to him with a 40, 50-year-old woman. Same way it happened with a 19, 20, 21-year-old.
Yeah.
You got to be very careful of the company you keep. And also, man, I think the part with me where this was so at home, man, is that because I've been close to the pinnacle, never made anything big time. Very close to the pinnacle, though. And I can tell you, people's behaviors change towards you based on if they feel that you're going to go somewhere and they can go with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't think you're going anywhere, it's going to be different. But, and regardless of the case, the people who is the most important is the people when you in your darkest times, them are the people that whatever you do it for, you do it for those people.
Mm-hmm.
It took me years, Sky. You know what it took me years to figure out?
What's
I
that?
didn't need a big team. My heart's so big, dude. When we created Blog Talk Radio, we was broadcasting out of St. Pete, Orlando, Tampa. That was the 3 in Florida, Tennessee, Columbus, Ohio, New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Los Angeles, California, Denver, Colorado, Sydney, Australia. We even had broadcasts out of print. We were all over the place. At the end of the day, man, people were there, and we grew something that they was like, wow, how did you guys manage to put this together? And we grew because of, we was just smart. But it fell apart all in the same because we had people that was there for their own individual ideas and goals. And your team, you are only going to go as far as your team that you have around.
That's true.
If you got anybody that in the face of fear, putting doubt in your mind or anything don't come through, it's just like what I tell artists. If I gotta chase you for your dream, it ain't your dream.
Right.
Because, man, I was so hungry when I was an artist. Man, I would have went anywhere. I would have, you know what I'm saying? I would have went anywhere. I would have rubbed elbows with anybody other than Dick. No Dick. Wasn't gonna be no parties or anything, man. When my intuition was like, nah, dang, this ain't true. I wouldn't have been there. But other than that, opportunities, I created opportunities when I was an artist. Back in Ohio, when we had a radio station, I went to the DJs. They didn't come to me. I found them. When I found out you was a DJ, I reached out to you, man, Sky. When can we get this interview?
Yep.
You ain't have to come to me. What would it look like you coming to me? I'm the one that want to be an artist, and I'm the one that want to be out there. But you guys got to come chase me down for an interview.
Right. Yep. It's the hard work and consistency, right? And I tell folks, man, you can tell everybody every single thing. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'll give you an example. So, I can't even talk. September 20th, I won one championship. October 11th, I won another. So that's less than 3 weeks, right? In my mind, I knew that was my goal, but I never really told anybody to have that happen because people that's by your side ain't always on your side, right? People that pray against you. And I'm talking about the prey, the P-R-E-Y, that type of prey. They predators and you're their prey. So you can't tell your dreams and hopes to everybody, because you can't trust everybody, because they will pray against you, they will block it, they will do anything they can because they don't want to see you get it if they're not getting it. You know what I'm saying? So even if you keep a small circle, you still have to be careful of that small circle. Or if you keep a big circle, you gotta be careful because you don't know who's thinking about what and waiting for your downfall so they can take your spot.
But you know, it's easier to deal with when your circle is small.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to just focus on that. When you got too many people, you got to focus on too many people.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, less is more.
Less is more.
Less is more.
Yeah,
and
I listened to a guy. Yeah, I was listening to a guy. He was saying that when it comes to BS, you got to go. He said, if I can get a whiff or a hint that you full of, you know what, you got to go. I ain't listening with you. I ain't talking to you. You got to go. That's it.
Here, man.
And I was like, dude, that is hectic. Because we so busy giving people second chances, third chances, fourth chances. Because usually that's all Christianity and religion talking about, hey, Jesus gave you another chance. Sometimes I gotta be like, no, Jesus, I can't keep giving this person a chance. It's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? So if I gotta go to the next level and let people go, that's what I have to do. Because even Diddy said that at the top it's very lonely. And now I understand what he meant. Because he had to let a lot of folks fall off to get to his dreams because they didn't work as hard as he did. They didn't do research. They didn't do none of the things behind the scenes to get to where he's at. But when he got there, how many people had his hand down when he got there?
They just ride, man.
That's it.
They're hoping to attack. Man, I can't tell you how many all of a sudden all these new family members I had. Once people thought that, oh man, they're gonna blow up. Oh, what's up, cuz?
Mm-hmm. That's why I never liked it. I never liked winning the lottery. I never liked being.
I think that's why I don't.
Because I don't want you. Yeah, I don't want you putting my business.
Think that's why I don't have a lot of people around me now, dude.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't want you putting my business out on TV. They were like, you want to win the lottery? Shit, no. Why would I be on TV with this big check that says $50 million? Hell, then I have to have bodyguards. Or why would I want to be an NFL player? You talking about over 10 years, I could potentially make $100 million. No, I don't want none of that stuff. Nobody, only people that need to know what I got is me, God, and the IRS. Other than that, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just simple. You know what I'm saying? And so I think once you find, I mean, you don't need a lot to do a lot and get a lot.
Right.
I think the quality of people is more important than the quantity of people.
Always. Always. Your net worth is your net worth. And that's true. And that's true.
It is, man. It is. Your friend, you want to show me who a person is? Show me the people they hang around. And I'll tell you who that person is.
Yep. There you go.
Show me who they hang around. Show me who they're around.
That's right. And nowadays, some people, sometimes they hang to themselves. Because, you know, again, it's just these people I can't hang around. I can't talk to them. They two-faced. They backstabbing. Talking about you behind your back. I mean,
envious.
Man,
they'll stab you on the back in a minute.
Sure would. So I keep a lot of things to myself until it actually happens. Then I can start saying what I need to say. But yeah, I try to teach these young people that quit telling every darn thing. Every time something comes across your desk, something hits your ear, or you think you're about to accomplish something, don't be out here telling folks. Because even if your small circle don't pray against you, you know your small circle is telling other people. You're not gonna call your best friend like, hey, I'm friend with $1 million. Your best friend will call 3 other people like, man, hey, my best friend just called. So then them 3 people might pray against you. Or the 3 other people they tell might pray against you. Man, it is a spiritual world and you have to be careful.
Yeah. Man. Classic, man. This was a classic show. I had so much fun, dude.
Yes. And I hope people are learning from what you were saying and understanding
I can't wait to break the video up.
Huh?
I can't wait to break this video up, man.
Yeah. I hope people are listening to us, Damo, and learning not just from our mistakes, but from Shannon Sharp's too. Because you ain't got to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars to fall in that trap. If it don't sound right, it don't look right, walk away. Learn how to be by yourself, because I'm telling you, one wrong move, one wrong woman, what took you 10 years to get will fall in 10 months.
I always say this. I'd rather have no company than bad company.
Yeah.
I'd rather have no company than bad company.
Mm-hmm.
I think people's biggest downfall is other people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, but, man, so you got anything going on this weekend, or you want to plug in anything to them?
Well, y'all don't forget this weekend in Sims, Illinois, the RCW World Heavyweight Champion will be there. Okay, I'm like, y'all, hell, I don't know what's going on. I got to find out who my first opponent will be. And we'll get that together. Don't forget tonight, the D-Bling radio show, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. Don't forget on Thursdays, the Elite One radio show. Same thing, offtoprecords.com. 2 different shows, 2 different days. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The replays are from 9 p.m. to 11 Central Standard Time. If you have music, send it to me. sky.black@gmail.com as an MP3. And and again, talk to Mr. Damo about getting your videos played on here, your music, advertising, and hey, Damo, let them know about the online magazine and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we got that in the works. We're real close to having that complete. Every Saturday, well, actually, we moved it to Sundays. I think it's better that we do the show mostly on Sundays because it's football Sunday. I had a good topic, man. We were talking about actually should Cleveland trade Myles Garrett. And I've been advocating for that because they suck. They suck anyway. They ain't going nowhere with them. You might as well get the most you can get out from him right now. Because you're in full rebuild. You're in rebuild mode anyway. Let's just face it. Time, you got a player to get 5 sacks and y'all get blown out. Blow the team.
Did you hear about Shador? They asked him for a 2nd round pick for him.
Well, that's rumor, but what quarterback they gonna get? Arch Manning? There's none in college that stand out. So Cleveland, man, their biggest issue is the media and the fan base.
Are they waiting on Deshaun Jackson to come back? Are they waiting on Deshaun Jackson to come back?
Man, they may be waiting on. They may be waiting on Bernie Kosar to drink out of.
Not Bernie Kosar. Hey, come on now. Woo, that's Bernie Kosar. Woo, you gonna win back then.
They may play him. I don't know.
Hey, because I think he still has 1 more year left on his contract or something. Whether he plays or not is guaranteed, so he can sit at home and collect the money. But I didn't know if he had like 1 more year. Yeah, he got 1 more year.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they want him to come play or just sit at home and collect the rest of that money because it was fully guaranteed. So he don't got to do nothing.
If it was me, I would sit him on the bench because he ain't coming back this year. I would sit him on the bench, and then halfway through the year, trade deadline, trade him. Maybe it's a team that need a quarterback. I mean, that's what I would do. But it's the Cleveland Browns. So nothing they do really makes sense. If the Cleveland Browns want you as a quarterback, that means you suck. The one thing we know that the Cleveland Browns is really good at is picking horrible quarterbacks.
Well, they need to go somewhere else and have a better thing because look at the guys who just left.
Art Modell?
No. The quarterback that just left. Who was it?
Flacco, Joe Flacco.
Yeah, he went somewhere else, and now he's doing better. Baker went to Tampa Bay, now he's doing better. So if they're terrible at selecting quarterbacks, then they're also bad at letting good quarterbacks go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy.
We can't win for losing.
But you know why?
We can't win for losing, man.
because there's no fire up under y'all. You know why they can do that? When is the last time Cleveland had any problem selling tickets? Now, Dallas one point in time did. It don't matter. Y'all can go 0-17 every year, and that place is gonna be sold out every year. It's like, is there anything other to do in Cleveland but football?
Yep.
So they can do this. They can be stingy with the money. They can be frivolous with the draft picks, free agent, and they don't care. Because, boy, I'll tell you what, you show a Cleveland Brown, and you won't see an empty seat in the house. They could be 1-15, and it won't be an empty seat in the house. Same thing with the Raiders. They like that too. Well, not the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm talking about the Oakland and LA Raiders. They could have been
used to be like that. Yep.
And what I tell you,
They would go and pay for them high price, boiled up hot dogs and that watered down soda. It don't matter. They gonna go, and you right. You absolutely right. You right.
So until the fans stop buying jerseys and tickets and going, because that's the way you get to the ownership. Y'all quit doing that, then maybe some changes will come. But until y'all stop, why shoot the golden goose? This is a cash cow, and yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's their attitude. You're right. That is their attitude. That's why they
have teams that don't even get
it,
Damo.
all these years.
So think about teams like the Tennessee Titans. The people here in Tennessee did say that because their attendance went down. Do you hear me? Their attendance went down, and they still built a new stadium. How do you build a new stadium with a team that's not winning, and your attendance went down, and you still built another stadium?
You know what I would love to ask them? How do they feel about Mike Vrabel now? How do they feel about Mike Vrabel now? Because they dogged him. And now look at him in New England. So is it the coach or is it the GM that don't know what the hell he doing when it comes to pick and play?
That's why Bill Belichick wanted to be both. He wanted to be the coach and the GM. He didn't want nobody above him telling him who to draft. So you could be right. The leadership in that organization, which I don't know that well, it might be some cracks in that foundation, Damo, but you let him go. You see with Robert Kraft and them, and then he's 7-2. He couldn't dream to be 7-2 when he was the Titans. If the Titans won 5 games, that was a good year for the Titans when Vrabel was doing it. Even the coach before him, I think his name was Mike something too. The 5 games, this man has went on to the Patriots, and they're 7-2.
It sucks to be a Browns fan. I'm just gonna tell you, it's real. Thank God, coach, because if I was only a Browns fan, it would be so depressing. So depressing. I mean, we the Browns, you know. The name is depressing. The Cleveland Browns. That right there and that is depressing enough. You know, y'all's got a little something to be proud of. The Denver Broncos. We just the Cleveland Browns.
The Browns.
The Browns.
The
Ain't
Browns.
nothing to get excited about. The Browns.
But I think y'all could turn it around. It's just they don't. I don't want to say they don't care, but man, if
you know,
sales, hot dogs, jerseys. I mean, think all the people that bought Joe Flacco jersey. He wasn't even there a whole damn year, was he?
Man, you know the only bowl we're going to?
What's that?
The toilet bowl. That's the only bowl I can ever see the Cleveland Browns going to. Brown toilet bowl. It's a perfect match. Perfect match in heaven. The Browns toilet bowl.
Well, when the last time are y'all still in that same stadium from the 1980s? Like y'all haven't upgraded y'all stadium in decades, right?
No, I think that's one from the 90s. I think
okay, one from the 90s. Gotcha. See how frugal they are with their money? They don't even want to, because even if I was the Cleveland Brown owners, if my team was having that bad, I would be the one. It's backwards. The Browns should be trying to build maybe a new one to get some enthusiasm. Titans shouldn't have been building nothing because they can't put people in the seats. The Browns can still put people in the seats, but give them something to look forward to. But they like, nah, forget it. We good. I mean, y'all had Kareem Hunt at one point in time, right? And then he went back to the damn Kansas City Chiefs. Who? Nick Chubb. Is Nick Chubb still playing for y'all?
No, he playing for the Texans.
They don't care. They don't care. They ain't for spend that money. They don't care. You want $1 over what? You can go to another team. We good.
Yeah, but we'll see as the season unfolds.
As the season unfolds.
We'll see. It's getting interesting, bro.
Yeah, we're at the halfway point, y'all. Week 10 is Thursday, so we'll see. And some of y'all teams need a bye week. I don't even to just get themselves together.
Bye season to get themselves together.
They need a bye season, you're right? Yeah, they got to do that. Got to, because it's hard out here, and people are working 2-3 jobs to buy these tickets and concession stand food and pay for parking. You got to give them something, man. Something.
Man, you gonna give it up. You gonna give it up if I take you to one of those. I'm telling you.
Or change your jerseys, or get an alternative jersey. Give them something exciting.
Game, man.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Man.
A lot of teams have that alternate jersey. Huh?
Think about what we doing afterward, honey.
Hell, why do we have to wait? Hell, we just go in one of these bathrooms and just take care before the game ended. You know what I'm saying? That way I can just take you home. I don't want to go home and do it and then have to get them to take you back home. So we're gonna just do it now while everybody leaving. The score 25-0. We're gonna just go handle our business. Then when we can leave, I can just take you home. Absolutely. And here, I'll buy you an extra hot dog for the road. Take this hot dog and go home and feed your kids.
Man, imagine being a Browns fan and, man, you got to deal with a woman after the game. You already pissed off because y'all done got your ass beat. And then you chopping your ear off, and you already got an attitude. Man, you don't understand if my team lose, don't talk to me for at least an hour. Let me, you know what I'm saying, drown in my beer for at least an hour, player.
What you say?
Why not?
Yeah. A lot of women don't understand that, man. We are emotionally attached to our teams, man.
Hell yeah.
On Sundays, leave us alone,
Hell yeah, especially when they lose. When they lose, we don't want to talk about nothing, man. I mean, we don't want to talk about nothing. I know me. I'll be like, man, I'll shut the door, get on my PS5. They don't even want to think about that damn game. We be having a whole attitude.
Yeah, and at least on your PS5, you can make sure that the Browns win the game, right?
And I don't even know on there. We suck on there too. Hell, I can't, man. Hey,
what are they overall rate? Like a 78?
We gotta make 10 trades.
What is they overall on Madden? Like a 78? No, the team overall?
Man, that's too high. That's too high.
Hey.
We need to be in the 30s.
Dang.
We need to be 38, 39.
Dang. That's crazy.
The mascot suck. The field suck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we suck.
I know, AK, you tired of the
I'd rather go to church than watch the Browns right now.
Yeah.
Well, again, we're going to church, man. I don't even want to watch that shit.
AK, all I can say is the only problem I see with the Titans, they drafted Cam Ward in April, and in September he's playing. That is not enough time for a guy that's coming out of college, because the NFL, everybody has NFL on them. College, you might play.
He wasn't ready in college coming out.
Yeah. In college, you might have a few teams that are upper elite and echelons. In the NFL, I don't care if you ain't won a game, they're all elites. No matter what the team record says, they all elites. That's why they're there. He should have they should have went into free agency, got them a nice little veteran quarterback to teach this man the ways, and then maybe next year he start. But that's what preseason is for, to see how Cam Ward is supposed to do. But to throw that man to the fire week 1 in the NFL, that's why you 1 in whatever you is, or maybe 2. I don't know how many games time.
One. Ace guy. It could be worse. You could beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You could be a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Man, did you watch the game?
Sure the hell did.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith sitting next to Jerry Jones?
Oh, man.
I said Stephen A. Smith is the biggest Dallas Cowboy hater of all time. He talks bad about the Cowboys and their fans every week. And you sitting in the skybox with the owner. When I tell you the NFL is nothing more than wrestling, when I tell you the NFL is the WWE, that's what it is. That's what it is. They open up.
Jerry Jones don't really care. Jerry Jones is getting paid regardless. He's getting paid regardless. He don't give a damn, man. He don't.
And you sit on First Take and talk so bad about this team and the fans, but yet the owner invites you to sit next to him on national wide team, and then as they were losing, he shook Jerry Jones' hands and left. Oh yeah, there's his time to leave, right? I was like,
oh my God, that's funny, dude. Oh my God, that dude is crazy. Yeah, that's diabolical.
Yeah,
that's diabolical, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, these storylines written in these damn sports, boy, I tell you what, that's crazy as heck. I wish I could find that on YouTube. Somebody asking him why he was there, because I don't have ESPN, so I couldn't watch First Take to see why he was there. But I wish I could find that.
I didn't watch it this morning, man, because I was prepping for this, man. I was like, man, we cooking up another classic, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. But hey, you got anything this weekend you want to plug in before we head on out?
Oh yeah, again, Illinois, Sims, Illinois. Catch me up there tonight. The D-Bling Radio Show. If you have artists or any artist that you know in the music, send me the music. Shouts out to Dr. Carver and his new album. He told me he got more music coming. Congratulations to him. And yeah, man, y'all have a great weekend. Hopefully by next Tuesday we'll figure out about the EBT SNAP program. Because I would hate for y'all to not
be interesting. I got my popcorn ready to watch this.
Yeah, when Thanksgiving come around, because they already stealing stuff now. Imagine trying to steal turkeys, and they'll get to the point where I don't need to steal the turkey out the stove. I'll go in somebody's yard and steal their live turkey and kill it themselves. You know what I'm saying? They'll get to that point. Because if you go into the store, they got cameras and all this other stuff, police guards. But a lot of these people out in the counter with all these damn chickens, they ain't got all that. You just wait at night for everybody to go to sleep. You hop that fence, you take that chicken and go home with it. Or that turkey, what are you going to do?
This is a chance for families to be closer.
Yeah.
If there's any year where y'all can bring dishes together and have one big Thanksgiving, this is the year. But
That's
people,
true.
that went over people's head. They don't even think like that, man. I mean, they gonna leave it alone, man. Leave it alone, dude.
I know. I'm gonna give my shout outs.
Thinking about it, I'm just gonna be more frustrated.
I'm gonna give my shout outs on Instagram. Thank you, Zero. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, I Hustle, Ben, Captain 83, and that they say who that on Instagram. And on here, thank you, AK. Thank you, David Lackey. Thank you, Mike Cobb. And that's it. And to everybody who's probably said that they have text and it just didn't come through my text, shouts out to y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all, you say you're watching, you're trying to send a message and it ain't coming through. I have no clue. But shouts out to everybody who's watching who didn't communicate. Share, like, whatever.
And I'm going to shout out on Beagle also. Shout out to Latati. Shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Patrick, Red, the Shadow Man, and all you guys is watching on Beagle also. Thank you. Shout out to you. You know, we glad you guys are here, man. This is, man, I love Tuesdays, dude.
Yeah, me too. It's the favorite day of the week.
I love it. Hell yeah. Make sure if you watch this show live, tune in. We here every Tuesday, and we always, man, got really good topics. All right. If y'all get a chance, go in the comments. Let us know your favorite ones. All right. If y'all got stories or y'all got something that y'all would love for us to talk about, inbox it to Sky or inbox it to me. We would love to talk about some of the things that you guys come across.
Yes.
All right. All right, man. I just want to leave with this, man. The only thing guaranteed in life is death. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you wake up on this side side of the dirt, you go to sleep on the side of the dirt, you are living and you winning in life. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah, have a great.
I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. We are out.